selling your house to buy a new one. And today we're going to talk about future financial planning after the major home transition.
Right, so we're going to talk, it's not just you've got a new home, time to redecorate, time to start packing, time to start moving. There's also financial considerations that really have to be reminded of ourselves to deal with. Number one is going to be, of course, assessing our new costs and making sure everything is going to be as okay. So you want to know what the utility bills are as much as possible. Property taxes, home insurance, maintenance costs. You need to be able to budget for those new costs because your old costs are gone and the new ones are about to begin.
Exactly. And then also you wanted to think about one-time expenses. What is the one-time expenses?
Say you moved into a house and you hate the beige bathroom, or the kitchen needs an upgrade, or something else. You need new furniture because all your old furniture is bad, or there are, appliances that you need. This can always put a dent in your savings, so you have to make sure when you're buying something that you can afford, and those one-time expenses are there. Now we're going to talk about short-term goals, long-term goals, and so much more after we do our introduction. So let's hit it. Guys, Victoria, welcome to our channel and podcast.
And if this is your first time in our podcast and YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and get notified.
Also, you call text all the time, 252-327-3357. We love talking to you. Don't be shy. Also, grab our buyer's guide and seller's guide in the description below.
Now, the best thing is revisiting always your financial goals. When you situated and you move from old home to the new home, really, and you spend your money on the moving or setting emergency,
restocking that emergency fund.
Definitely. Reviewing and redefining your financial goal is the most important things, which put us, as my wife said, in two things that we need to think about: short-term goals and long-term goals. What is the
short-term goals mean maybe you did spend more than you intended in the first place. So your budget for the emergency fund has gone down. Well, now what do we need to do? We need to very first in the short term go towards getting that emergency fund back in stock. We need that emergency fund. You need to be able to plan for your future, and we need to plan for it with ease. Once whatever money that you've used in order to buy this home is set, you can go back to your long-term goals. Long-term goals are going to be, of course, paying off the house. I would highly recommend that. Maybe your children's schools. Maybe even you want to go on vacation because you've paid off all your other debts. You want to just kind of make sure that your long-term goals are realistic.
And exactly, and then adjust it as is required. The next thing that we wanted to talk, of course, is a budget adjustment. After major home transition, is really crucial that you check your finances. And here we're gonna list a couple things for you. The first thing is the fixed versus variable expenses. What are they?
Fixed ones are gonna be ones that you're gonna have every single month. Your basic mortgage, how much is that gonna be? Your insurance, your property taxes. And things that are going to change or a little bit more under your control is utilities and the maintenance, of course, the house. How long are you gonna pay someone to cut the grass? You're gonna cut the grass yourself. Little things like that. You have to be able to plan for those things. And also we have to plan if you're getting a new house with a new budget and it's going to be more than you've been. We have to look at other ways you can cut back so you feel more comfortable. So you want to make sure that your discretionary spending stays under control. Exactly. Now, I think we need to go deeper with that emergency fund.
Exactly. Therefore, after the cutting back really is the emergency fund assessment. And this is part of the that you need to rebuild again, because you might have spent a lot of money for moving or the closing cost of your loan if you didn't have cash to buy for the next home. And that is the time that first we need to replenish our saving. What is that?
Well, whatever you use, 3 to 6 months of your living expenses should be in, where for us we're 6, in an emergency nest egg. If you use some of that for moving, we need to go toward getting that fixed immediately. Maybe you only had 3 months before. I would recommend maybe having 6 if you want to just make sure that you have that little bit of a nest egg. After you have your nest egg, of course, we need to, yes, go for your stocks all day long, but also we have to kind of think about estate planning.
Exactly. Therefore, estate planning is super important. Update your estate plan, include your new home that you just purchased, and basically this may involve changing your will, trust, or other estate document to reflect new assets and liabilities that here in the state of North Carolina, you can talk to even the closing attorney and they're gonna set up for you everything that you need.
Now, we're big on the whole 15% towards your investment retirement funds. Your new house is, of course, going to affect how much you can allocate towards those funds. So you wanna be able to understand how to really save for our future as much as possible. And of course, we need to adjust our contributions based on our new long-term goals, including paying off the house. I would highly recommend that as well. What about taxes?
Tax also consideration impact really important in your life. definitely the first thing that you need to think about is tax deduction and credit. Understanding available tax deduction and credit associated with your new home ownership, such as mortgage interest rate, property tax deduction, and this can actually offer you significant saving and affect your overall financial strategy for the future and your kids.
Now, I also want to point out one more thing we need to really kind of plan for, especially with a nice new home, is of course we still have to plan for those long-term maintenance. HVACs and roofs have shelf lives, they do, and they're expensive, $7,000, $10,000, $20,000 depending on what you have. We need to have a fund in place to make sure that you can take care of whatever is going to take care of, so it's not a sticker shock when something does happen down the line. Maybe you bought brand new and it's going to be 20 years down the line. That means maybe in 20 years you need a new roof, so you need $20,000. So if you put $1,000 aside for 20 years, you're going to have that. So you want to just kind of make sure you're saving for these things that are going to happen in the future, and make sure you have it set aside so you're not stressed out when these bills do show up.
And the best thing is take care of it every year, that you don't come with that
HVAC,
major, like a maintenance for your HVAC. Also have maintenance inspection yearly if you can for $150, $200. That prevents you for any major money that you need to spend in the future. These are all smart things that you knew when you do it during your home ownership and pay off for that home. As my wife said, it helps you to secure your financial and your kids' financial future.
Now you can see my husband and I are all about paying off our homes. Like, that is something we hope you're doing as well. I know so many real estate agents want us to have the repeat clients, because these clients are saying, hey, I want to buy this home, and then in 5 years switch it out to a different home, or 3 years, and that's amazing. But really, the more you have invested into the home, the more you'll feel safe and secure in the home. And maybe it is the last one, the one you bought is going to be the very last one that you ever buy. So we need to kind of embrace that we're buying this home and embrace paying it off. Exactly. Because you don't have to wait 30 years to pay it off. You don't have to wait 15 years to pay it off. But the more you can throw away that mortgage and just live a mortgage-free life, it means in a place that you already own, it's going to be amazing. So I hope you're on that journey too.
And don't forget to call us, Alan Victoria Pino, real estate agent. We are helping you with the buying, selling, and investing in the area in North Carolina, specifically Pitt County. And also watch all of our videos in our playlist and hit that subscribe button to support us. We love to connect with you, and see you next time.